Hi, my name is Gerard Matthews. I am the Director of Commodities for Dairy at Feeding America Network. We are continuing to focus on building strong public and private partnerships to increase the amount of dairy access for the millions of people that we serve in our network. Did you know that milk is one of the most requested by our neighbors and least donated items at our food banks? Dairy is a powerhouse of essential vitamins and minerals. They also help reduce the risk of chronic conditions like type 2 diabetes and heart diseases. Milks, including lactose-free milk, provide 13 essential nutrients, including protein, calcium, and other essential nutrients that help with the development of children, diseases in our older generations, and also helps with overall health. Understanding two critical barriers with sourcing and distributing dairy is important. One of the most basic levels, the lack of cooler space at most food banks and their agencies, is one of the most serious barriers to sourcing and distributing more dairy products. Perishability has always been one of the reasons that limits the food banks to not pursuing dairy products. Secondly, what about our agencies? We can't forget the importance of agency buy-in when it comes to increasing dairy in food banks. Agencies have to want it, and that requires some education about the nutritional benefits, like the powerhouse of nutrients dairy provides. Dairy is an important part of a healthy diet, and everyone deserves access. Millions of gallons of milk have been distributed across our network, and we want to continue to build off of that. You are a crucial part in making that happen.
Hi, thank you, Gerard, for that wonderful information. Hi, I'm Chuck Allen, Director of Food Strategy here at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. I would like to introduce our friend and dairy expert, Tracy Enslin. She's going to talk to us a little bit today about the safe handling and distribution of dairy products and milk.
Thank you for having me, Chuck. It's a pleasure to be here.
So when the food bank truck arrives at the agency, how long should it sit out? How long should it be before it needs to get into the coolers?
It's a good question. Best practices, we want to get that milk right from the truck into the cooler, but milk is not fragile. You have up to 2 hours to get that milk moved. And
wow.
And on really hot days when you've got 90 degrees, probably no more than 1 hour before that needs to get into the cooler.
Okay.
The longer and the colder it stays, the longer the milk is going to last when it gets to your neighbors.
So Tracy, what are some of the things we should consider when we're receiving milk from our suppliers?
First thing you want to consider is that temperature of that milk when it arrives. You are looking for a target between 35 and 40 degrees. It can be a little colder towards the 32, but you're really looking at that target.
So can milk be frozen?
Absolutely yes, with an explanation point. It will be a little different though.
Okay.
Once you thaw it out, you're going to find that the milk is separated. You just need to get it back into shape in order to get the milk ready so that it's pourable and you don't lose a single nutrient.
Awesome, that's awesome. So Tracy, you've given us some really great information. What other tips or information do you have for us today?
I think I'd like to share that the best by and expiration dates on the products, you'll see them on every container of dairy. Take a look at it. You have 3 to 4 days after that expiration or best by date to consume your dairy products. We call it the sniff test. Just
Okay.
open it up, take a sniff, and make sure that it's still the quality that you want your milk to be,
Okay.
and that will also lower the waste.
Tracy, you have some really great information, and thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate your expertise and the information that you've given us. Is there anywhere that our neighbors or our agencies can go to get more information?
Absolutely. I'd recommend they go to drink-milk.com. They're going to find recipes, information on nutrition. They're also going to find everything we talked about today regarding the food safety standards that are in place for handling milk.